Alright, we're back. I'm gonna have to reload the game. Uh, our last replay ended with me going crazy and killing this guy. Remember? Killing everybody else. I don't know why I like this number.
I only wish they weren't showing.
CNP pancake mix now requires no mixing. Very good.
Wouldn't
What the heck am I standing on? Guardrail, damn. Guardrail's pretty high. On my ship I go! Ah! Oh wow, this ship actually does exist. Sorry, Ada. I wanted to explore the ship. Ah! I want to make sure everything is still good to go. None of it's broken or anything like that. Okay, we're all good. Let's go. Ah! We're going through the Vanbreaker. We're going through Vanbreaker.
Some crew members are causing a disturbance on the ship.
You're adjusting before you pull. You're anticipating it.
Of course I'm anticipating it. What if I shoot a friend on accident?
We've arrived at the groundbreaker. We'll be here, Captain. Or will we? Haha. Just a little joke for you.
Rizzo's Purple Berry Budge. A soft, sour, candy shell pepperoni, sweet purple berry flavored session.
This is Halcyon News. We interrupt.
If you're here for this week's magazine club meeting, you're a touch late. I think I got just the thing, my dear. A few years back, Auntie Cleo's put out a home makeover kit, and I snagged a couple for myself. High-grade shampoo and conditioner, scrubby brush, a nice lotion, that sort of thing. I still got 'em, too.
What's the scrubby brush for?
Cleaning around your nails, sweetheart. Gets the engine grease out. Makes your hands soft. Most folk don't got the time. Or bathtubs for such, me included. I'll let you have one on clearance. You want rosish, mock apple and cinnamon, or refurbished ship?
Oh, gosh. We never talked about what kind of smells she likes. I think pretty much every spot on Groundbreaker just smells like old socks.
It comes down to what sort of intent you got. If I was looking to do a spy job over in engineering, I'd be safe with refurbished ship. Now, if I was a young thing trying to come on all precious-like, I'd probably go with Rosish. But if I was doing it for my own self, I'd pick mock apples and Synthamin.
I guess you could eeny-miny mow it?
Take your time, dear. A lady's scent says a lot about her.
Captain!
I'll just wrap that up for you, since it's for a special occasion.
I'll pay for that, ma'am. Thanks for being so helpful.
You're welcome, dear. Anytime, sweetheart. You know where to find me.
Groundbreaker's safe from melting to bits now. Lots of good people can rest easy because of you. Oh, thanks, Captain. I'm gonna put these someplace safe. In her messages, Junlei said her mama used to make this dish for Monarch. Dustback casserole. Salt tuna and xenogold needle mushrooms. And then for dessert, there's a thing called, sweetheart cake. It's made with almond paste and wax gourds. There's gotta be some place in Stellar Bay that can bake a casserole. And I heard tell there's a Rizzo's town near there called Cascadia, what specializes in sweets. Thanks, Captain. I know I'm asking an awful lot, but I'm sure it's gonna be worth it.
This is Halcyon News.
Rizzo's Adventure Plaza. Activates the rainbow.
Ada, I just broke my leg, both of my legs. Can you help me? I'm on a computer. I don't do. Oh. Okay.
Hail, Captain. Your return time is within 14% of the expected value. We are now in orbit above Stellar Bay, Captain. No blockade is a match for my piloting skills.
Wait. Got the wrong person.
You ever been off Monarch, Yoko? Before you met the captain, I mean.
Nah, I mostly just drank and hunted. Soon as you stop to dream of other things, that'll be the day something sneaks up and eats you.
Don't fret. I'm watching your back now. Anything tries to eat us, I'll give it a mighty whack on the nose.
Well, I'll be damned. You watch my back, I'll watch yours.
Our relationship should be. Leave me alone, damn it.
So you keep Monarch safe, huh? That's real honorable work, Miss Nuka.
Oh, no, no. Monarch ain't safe, even with me around. I've just got intimate knowledge of its dangers and an abundance of fortitude. Folks hire me because I know what you can shoot and what you ought to run from. That's a mistake you only get to make once.
Whoa, by the stars, my poor heart. I just about pissed my jumpsuit. Easy for you to say. You can hop into your spaceship and leave any time. This town is enough to try anyone's nerves. Where should I begin? With the oversized mantisaurs? Or perhaps the rats spewing acid at our walls? The board was right. This place isn't fit for human habitation, and I was a fool for staying. Sanjar, of course. He had all these glorious ideas about how he'd run Monarch. Rest periods between every work shift. No shift more than 10 hours long.
You company folk are all the same. Choose to stay, then complain about the choice you've made.
How was I supposed to know it'd turn out like this? It all sounds wonderful, until you realize there's only a few centimeters of repurposed steel between you and the deadliest creatures in the galaxy. I could do with a few kilometers of cold vacuum, but that spaceship is flown. Only every day. But in case you haven't noticed, we don't exactly get ships on a regular basis, yours notwithstanding. And even if I did scrape together enough to buy passage out with sublight, which would mean reaching Fallbrook without getting eaten, shot, or dissolved into green goop, what then? Well, thank you for reminding me. As if I weren't already destined for an early grave. That was a real popular meal 10, 20 years back, before the board tucked tail and ran. These days, everybody's had a belly full of salt tuna. They all want borscht. And the mushrooms, well, not many venture out of town, what with the monsters hereabouts. I can whip one up for you, but it'll cost. Here's a menu.
Oh, yikes. I can't cover this much, Captain.
You got it. I got all the ingredients. Should only take about an hour in the oven. There we are. Now, if you don't mind, I really need to take a leak.
My belly's gurgling just to smell it, Mr. Raymond. Thank you so much.
A pleasure to help such a charming young lady.
Oh, gosh. My tongue's rumbling just smelling that casserole. The dustback casserole Mr. Raymond made smells incredible. Oh, I kind of want to take a little taste. But I'm gonna be strong. Now look how cute these cakes from Cascadia are. Someone even traced little hearts in them. I guess that settles dinner. Thanks for hauling me all over creation, Captain. Well, I was gonna, but then it hit me. I got this nice meal all planned out with music, and I got that soap to scrub up with, but I don't got nothing nice to wear, Captain. I don't have a head for fashion, and I can't really picture myself in something clean and pretty. There's this place I heard of in Byzantium, Jolicoeur's Haberdashery. I bet I could find something nigh on perfect at a place like that. Vicar would say it's the universal equation at work. I reckon it's just that 90% of everything that ain't crap is in Byzantium. I know this is all a little crazy, Captain, but I think it's gotta be this place. I saw the lady who runs it on Aetherwave, and, well, she made everybody she dressed feel better. Confident. Thanks, Captain. I know I've been asking a lot, but you help me out every time. You're the best.
I was a real captain of how to do the thing. Why not? Happy Clue is glorious.
I hear those rich people in Byzantium pay a handsome bit for that.
Sorry about that. I made a mistake.
You have a sweetheart in Stellar Bay?
Had a fling or two, sure. But on Monarch, relationships ain't usually meant to last. A lot of fools tried to impress me, feigning bravado in the wilds, thinking they'd catch my attention with their stories. It was cute. Not so cute when their act got themselves munched. You know what's sexy? Confidence. You know what ain't? Disembowelment.
Oh man! I'm traveling there again. Sorry about that. again.
Here they come.
Wow, it lost all its legs. It's just.
Huh?
Yeah, it's always in a way.
Rats. Let's clear this sulfur-sodden fucks out so Hayes can rest in peace.
Here we go!
Hayes was the best self-sacrificing son of a saint I ever met. Halcyon is worse off without him. Now, if we're gonna lure the Manta Queen out, we'll need to find Rebecca and Anders. They took a UDL contract on Terra 2. We never heard from them again. Think it's time I call in a favor with Hiram. If anyone can track them down, it's him. I don't know much about it. It paid well, so they took it. They said they'd be back in a couple of weeks and that maybe we could all use the money to get off Monarch. That was a long time ago.
Yeah, that's how it always.
I should have. I really should have. But soon after they left, Hayes and the others died. And to be honest, after him, I stopped trying. Because it hurt like hell to do so. Thanks. I'm still not convinced I won't come to regret it, but we've started down this path. Might as well see it through. Maybe it'll stop me screaming at night. Now come on, let's make tracks before Hiram dies of old age. Wonder if Hiram's home. Just kidding. Guy never sets foot outside.
One thing that super jump is useful is getting to a higher ledges faster. I used it. Yeah, where's the damn elevator? Where's the elevator? Sorry, keep forgetting. Oh, this guy is still here. Wow, I can't believe it. The game actually saved him, like, you know, right there. Yeah, this game saves great. I love the game saves. Yeah, too bad the game saved now. It's co-op though. I want to make quest then. I want to make quest. That one, that mice thing. Best that I want to.
So much for peace and quiet. Would it kill the universe to cut me some slack? And I don't see an Insta-coffee in your hand. Yes, the one that crashed. I saw it on the security feed. A bit grainy, but an invigorating watch all the same. What about it? Is this bonding? I'm not sure I like it. Next, you'll be asking me how I got the scar on my chin when I was 11. Most of it's underneath along my jaw, but yes, it seems to have faded with time. Moral of the story is, never run with scissors. The board has a blockade of gunships that patrol Monarch. Not a ton, mind you, just enough to deter the masses. I am curious as to what downed it. A faulty part wouldn't be wholly unusual. The supply for new mechanicals is tight. Ugh, now I'll never sleep. Unsolved puzzles really torque my sprockets. If you find out what happened, sell me the info. Not surprising, replacement parts are rare, so the cost of even a simple repair can exceed an arm and a leg. I take it you investigated the wreckage? Laid it all out, eh? Well, can't refute facts in the face of solid evidence. A shame. I would have enjoyed investigating the mystery further. Stupendous. He's going to be insufferable now. Thank you for that. I might even... Oh, the indignity. I believe I'll have to make nice with him now. I'm getting a headache behind my left temple. What could be causing it? The glare from the terminal screen? Or something else? Oh, great. I love doing pro bono work for friends.
Aw, you called us friends. I'd normally entertain your self-aggrandizing delusions, but this time it's important.
Important to you is not the same as important to me. Although I do recognize that you may have earned some goodwill during your months laboring for me. Tug on my heartstrings, why don't you? Look, I'll do what I can, all right?
Rebecca Hodges and Anders Wadsworth. They took a UDL contract back when Monarch went to ship, and I need to find them. I believe them to be on Terra 2.
If UDL hired 2 hunters back then, it would have been for creature clearing purposes, round 1 of their Spacer's Choice outposts. These are the coordinates for the outpost under the last UDL contract. Now scram. And, good luck. Give my regards to Phineas.
No spam. Hey, that worked. Oh, my legs are dead. What about that I used? Must have killed my legs. Sorry about them. I also kill my legs. I gotta get some stuff done. I gotta get some stuff done. About half an hour, then I'm cutting this off. I've been playing for a couple hours and running another
What was it like in Edgewater? I hear you workers were on the clock every available moment.
We always got 8 hours a day for sleeping. Just not always consecutive.
My condolences. I appreciate consistent wages like any other sane person, but that still sounds awful. At least Sanjar gives his folks weekends.
Weekends?
Hand to the void. I used to drop by the bar in Stellar Bay to knock a few back with the folks who had Saturdays off.
Don't know what I'd have done with that much time. I was always behind schedule anyhow.
Knowing you, you'd sit and be alone with your thoughts.
Jump that high.
A reminder to all crew members, there is only one toilet on the ship. We are now in orbit above Edgewater, Captain.
There's Edgewater, there's Byzantium, this planet has all kinds of things. Seriously? Not Why do I have to put mines here?
Take you! Don't mess with us!
I'd wager this is the outpost. Rebecca! Anders! Come on out!
Fire!
How is that a vending machine just in the middle of nowhere? I probably knew.
Woo! We made it!
What? He got like slammed. He got slammed into the. That is funny right there. That is funny. Forgot I don't. I'm gonna have to disable this stupid jump thing. That's getting kinda annoying.
Hey, take a gander. The door's busted. Rebecca? Anders? You in there? Huh. Rebecca taught me this once. You can jerry-rig these old locks so as they don't open anymore. But we've only ever done that if we're in a real bind. Here, I'll fix it. Oh no. Oh no. What did you do? Oh, Nyoka. I'm so sorry.
You can just read it, Rusty Journal.
I don't... They were... That bitch! They were all set to abandon us! What would Clara say, huh? Every day she'd ask if we heard from you. And she'd have forgiven you. The kid had a soul that made the sulfur smell like roses. Ugh. I'd leave your medallions to rot with you, but Clara would want to be buried with her sister. At least I know. Ought to have learned by now that getting one's hopes up tends to open them to being dashed across the stars. I hate to say this, but Clara died thinking her sister was still fighting to get back home. I'm glad. If she were still alive now, it'd break her to know the truth. Yeah, maybe. I'm used to disappointment. She was still so naive as to let it hurt her every time it happened. Only thing left is to take these medallions home, which means figuring out how to bait the Mantiqueen out of our old base. The most pissed off I've ever seen a queen was when a foreign species was on her soil. I'd wager the stench of a primal might do the trick. That'd be boring. Half the fun in exploring is the fact that you're on an unknown trail. Never had the pleasure of hunting primals, but I hear they're all over Scylla. Let's tear a few apart, shall we? I'm sure they've got pheromones. Everything does.
Because I'm going to Scylla. All over the galaxy. Alright, let's go to the Unreliable and go to Scylla. One last time.
Ah, your face is a sight for sore ocular processors, Captain. Or rather, your headgear is. Destination reached. Scylla.
Ow! Ow! Idiot. Ow! Ow! Shit, that landed fast. What's it doing? Bunch of ships that crashed. So some enemy added corpse.
There we go, bud. That's the last of them. Here we go.
That queen ain't gonna go down easy. I can't wait. What's up? Outstanding. These ought to be enough. Let's get back to Monarch. There's an old base I used to call home. I can get us in the door, but we'll have to shoot our way through the Queen's brood to get to the center. We'll set the bait there. Password to the door is Charon. Hayes' idea. Clara, Hayes, Anders, Rebecca, Opal, Nyoka. Charon. He said it was some old myth. Something about death and all the things we killed. Rest of us just thought it sounded cool, so here we are. Fucking right we are.
But how did these things get?
Here
Investigate.
they come.
Scrambles everything.
Everyone all right?
That was the best gun ever. It scrambles all everything. Those things must be the shields. The shield that keeps this whole. And this is what generates the shield. Wow, 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 wow. Well, when you travel into space, you have to have shields.
Captain, Felix and the Vicar are arguing again.
Young Millstone, you look pensive. I don't know what that means, but I've been thinking, it ain't easy carrying a torch for the Rangers. I understand. The Rangers' victories are your victories. Their defeats are likewise crushing. You serious? Wow, Max. Never expected you to understand. This may come as a surprise to you, Felix, but I understand what it is to be a fan. That's so. You know something? Maybe I was wrong about you. To be a fan is to live vicariously through another. You feel you are one with the Rangers. You ain't been the same ever since your drug swing, Max.
We are now in orbit above Stellar Bay, Captain. No blockade is a match for my piloting skills.
I'm real sorry about your friend, Steelka. Hey, no one deserves to go like that. Certainly not folks just trying to get by.
Thanks for saying that. You know, after seeing so many people get chomped, trip into sulfur pools, shot by marauders, I always figured we'd die young. But just because you expect it doesn't make it any easier. Oh, shit. Next chance we get, I'm buying you a Spectrum bottle, so we can proper drown this melancholy.
Oh, I didn't get a chance to try Spectrum when we went out drinking. Is it any good?
It is without a doubt the worst, most foul liquid mankind has ever had the misfortune to invent. You'll love it.
How are you supposed to love something that is foul and the worst? Wow. Defeat your foes.
Ah, this factory offers the loveliest aromas. Like if you cooked borscht over a sulfur pit.
Oh, this thing speeds up. What? The more you use it. Wow, I did not know that.
Incoming!
Whew, here we go. I haven't set foot in here since... Well, I'm ready. Yeah, right? Yeah. Here we go.
See how Venus.
Nicely done. Well, this is the spot. You know, I thought I'd be angry. I thought I'd storm in here in a rage and exterminate all these bugs and everything would be all right in the end. But I ain't. I'm mostly just empty. A little sad, maybe. The first night Hayes and I spent in here, we knew it was home. It's safe. It's got a nice chill to it. But mostly, it doesn't stink of sulfur. Monarch folks often joke about it. Not because of the smell or the grittiness it leaves in your throat. Not because of the headaches or the coughing. It's because there's no escaping it. It's life here, and there ain't anything you can do about it. But here, somehow the sulfur never made it. The nights we spent in here felt like vacations. So we started building. We hauled in steel, hired sublight folk to help. That's how we met Anders and Opal. They stuck around after our contract was up. Opal liked camping. Anders liked chasing her tail. 4 of us for a while, scraping together what bits we could to build our home. Then came Rebecca, a sawbones out of the Cascadia survivors, who took a kindness to Hayes. And Clara, her little sister. I'll admit I wasn't keen on taking her on at first, but for a teenager, she was surprisingly capable. Believe me, I had my complaints. She had a head for numbers, helped us trade hides for food and materials, negotiated contracts. Turned out to be mighty useful. Clara, Hayes, Anders, Rebecca, Opal, and me. 6 folks, 1 name, 1 family, Charon. Despite Monarch trying to kill us day in and day out, we managed to belong.
Incoming!
easy to kill.
I wish these were more auspicious circumstances, but at least we're all here. This bringing them together, burying them. This is the kind of thing Hayes would have done. That makes it stupid. By all accounts, we should have left well enough alone, but that also makes it right. Captain, thank you. You mind if we rest a spell before we head out? I'd like to bury Opal and Clara proper before I lay everyone's medallions to rest. What? Why? Them's painful memories, Captain. Huh. That ain't a bad point. All right, Captain. Thanks.
And the screen goes black. Wow. What a sad ending. How did they get that whole huge door?
A reminder to all crew members, there is only one toilet on the ship.
Okay, how many times do I have to say that? Far fly.
We are now in orbit above Byzantium, Captain.
Oh. I'm missing one crew member, so this is probably not the end of this of the game. Oh, my half an hour is just about up. So the file's gonna be super huge now. Oh right, last time I was here I bounced, 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 and I fell from all the way over there. All the way until the crazy slowest elevator gonna come down and get me. Oh man, this elevator's slow. Is that what made the elevator go? What? Who cares about these slow elevators? I mean, you would end up like elevators are like freaking red lights.
Why Why can't something exciting happen around here for once?
Auntie Cleo's fishing
Oh,
nasty.
that's exciting. I can do exciting. I will make sure that all y'all just spontaneously combust and die. That would be exciting, wouldn't it? Oh, remember that one gun shop that I walked into accidentally? Yeah, I'm gonna
I
go
love
visit.
Byzantium. Where else are you going? Remember that stranger I saw in the street?
Oh, look at all the pretties.
What was that? Here they come! You okay, Captain?
What the F just happened? Yeah, what the F just happened? Oh, the pretties.
I've always loved that sculpture.
That's a law. Oh, that's the gun place.
Huh? What was that?
Looking for weapons? You've come to the right place. Every Byzantine needs high-quality armaments, and you won't find better anywhere else.
I think I found better elsewhere. Pink slip. I want to give you the pink slip.
What? What was that?
Get ready!
Seriously, every shop owner is just gonna try to kill me just because. Damn. That's just sad. How do I, like, you know, get rid of this thing?
I know a guy who knows a guy who works at Odeon Pictures, and word is they found a star for their new feature.
The guy with all the snappy one-liners, right? I hear they'll have to give him a writing credit. I can't imagine the paperwork.
Odeon owns all those lines now. The real problem will be writing the other characters to keep up.
Hey.
Huh?
Oh, someone will get stuck in.
Oh, can you believe this outfit? It's so handsome, I'm almost afraid to touch it. Well, I guess that's everything then. After all this time, I just have to actually do it now. You know, there's a part Junlei's been looking for to fix up the air cyclers. They only carried them on big colony ships, like the Hope. I know. For a while, it felt like everything I did was a little bit of help. And it meant I didn't have to ask her to be mine. Not yet. Not for real. Next time we dock with Groundbreaker, I'm doing it. I'll send June a message and ask her over. Oh, this is real scary, Captain. I'm grateful for all you done.
Ah, should I be worried? I don't know. Yeah, what hostiles am I near?
Spacer's choice part of the world. Made with real atmospheric contaminants from Tartarus. Great on fish sticks. Try Anti-Cleo. It's better than nature.
Here we go.
We're back.
I was like, what just killed that guy? Okay. Now let's see if I can travel to this guy. Where's this guy?
Anti-Cleo's level head. Feeling a little off balance? Need a
The
level
dissonance
head.
actually.
I tell you what.
Rizzo's lemon slap. Slap your whole family tonight.
I think we can both agree that Maverick Johnston is the finest player.
You ever worry all that ammo in your burst might combust?
Wait, it can do that?
All it takes is a little bit of black powder next to a lot of bits of fertilizer and one real hot day, and I've seen it happen.
I don't know what's more unsettling. The concept of my ammunition spontaneously combusting, or the fact that this is the kind of thing you think about on the regular.
That was funny. But worry about ammunition just spontaneously combusting. That made me laugh. I might actually try that. Get some ammunition and just put like a lot of fertilizer. See if it combusts. Someone be walking by. There'll be like no one around.
Days when you could simply act.
What's that mean? I'll be so evil.
Camino for refreshment.
I come back home and it's like all this stuff going on. Why is this guy stuck in hostile mode?
Rizzo's Purpleberry Punch. Want a punch? We've got your punch right here.
That episode's from a few weeks ago.
Anti-Cleo.
You know what? I'm just gonna remove this hostile problem. Give me 1 second. Let's see. Max reputation. Boop. Alright. Hopefully the hostile problem is now removed.
I only wish they weren't showing so many Spacer's Choice ads in the commercial breaks.
Still hostile? Okay. Maybe the game has to refresh. Let's take it back.
I know a guy.
BNP, I can't believe it's not forced. It's unbelievable how good it is.
Well, it's positive. Jesus. Alright, let's go finish up this
A
one.
reminder to all crew members. There
Yes,
is only
I
one
know.
toilet on the ship.
How about that? Let me see. I want to finish out the replay. Groundbreaker? Here we go.
The Groundbreaker has approved our request for docking, Captain. You're free to disembark.
All right. She's on her way. How do I look? Oh, my hands have finally stopped shaking. All right, all right. Deep breath. Here I go.
Okay, I was hoping to see a cutscene.
Anyhow, so I told him, Dad, I'm a big girl now. I ain't need your help. I can do it on my lonesome.
What did he say to that?
Have at it then. And he handed me his favorite wrench, the one he used for the canner. He's probably half as tall as I was.
He didn't scold you for talking back to him?
Nah, he was never like that. I always thought it was funny when I get indignant about something. Then he'd watch me do whatever it was, make sure I didn't get hurt, but he'd never interfere. I learned a lot that way.
I wish I could have met him. Anyone who helped shape you must have been a special person.
What's the red?
My father and I were often at loggerheads. He had notions of how the station should be run, and I had others. He was fond of saying, "You think Groundbreaker pays for itself? Someone's got to cover the bills," when I chafed against his deference to the board.
Sounds like he was afraid of him.
He was, and he was right to be. Didn't mean I had to like it.
I'm having the best time.
I'm trusting you to keep Parvati safe. She means the stars to me.
What about your mama? I don't mean to pry, you just hardly mention her, and I've been wondering.
She passed when I was small. Taught me how to change a fuse on her deathbed. Even sick, she was patient with me. She kept exhaustive journals of my childhood, my father said. Like she was A/B testing child rearing.
Must be you got that exacting nature from her.
Exacting is a kind way to put it. Inflexible, my father would have said. Bullheaded. Cold. I could see why Parvati seemed so happy here.
Look at me. If you're cold, then I'm the void of space. Cold. That's the silliest thing I ever heard.
Thank you.
Whatever. What is that mark pointing me? Oh. So give them some privacy. Ah! They'll come back, they're like fighting, trying to kill each other. What the? Isn't that what happens during dates? It's all cool, it's all peaceful, then a fight breaks out.
Okay, Captain, she's gone. I'm near about vibrating. I'm so excited. So she got here, and the first thing she said was, "Oh, you smell nice, like mock apples." And I was like, "Yeah, new soap." And then she just sort of touched my arm real gentle-like and called the cut of my outfit elegant. I couldn't hear the rest on account of my heart was beating so hard. Then I led her into the kitchen. I think she about cried when she saw the spread. She stood stock still and just said, "Oh, real soft." Oh, and let me tell you, I was sweating. And then she blinked and said, "Is that dustback casserole?" I told her how we got Mr. Raymond to bake it for us, so it was double authentic. Made by a real live monarch person. Well, we talked a bunch over dinner about the things we learned just through messages, stuff we repaired, how I taught her to salvage and she taught me to build. When I brung out the sweetheart cakes, June, she got a little teary, said she had a thing she needed to say. But I stopped her because I wanted to say it first. I never felt so bold, Captain. I told her about how she made me feel. Bold like I acted, strong, smarter and kinder than I am on my lonesome. I listed all the things I liked about her. And then she pulled out a paper and read a speech. She talked about the things she admired about me, like my cleverness and my humor, and how it made her want to be more open. Anyhow, when she wrapped up, I asked her to be my girlfriend. And Captain, she said yes!
Why is it?
It's all on your account, you know. Imagine if you'd never taken me out of Edgewater. I'd have never met Junlei at all. I don't know nothing about the Vickers capital P plan, but you've sure changed my life. So, if you don't mind, I'm just gonna head to my cabin and happy scream into my pillow for like an hour.
Right. Why can't games...
Sam, I must confess, I have not been cleaned for far too long. You're sure this will... Oh, yes. That's the spot exactly. Why, I didn't expect you to be so thorough. I am ashamed to admit. Oh, Captain, there you are. Pardon, but perhaps you could afford us some privacy, please?
I'm just gonna go with my... I'm gonna read some of my messages. Oh, I don't have any messages, okay. Bug my storage chest. Oh, I'm just gonna upgrade my guns. Alright, let's go gallery again. Let's figure out what we're gonna do. Alright, my main gun is 250, so anything less than 250 is gonna get put away. $119, and this one is also $119. It was flamethrower 2.0. What? I got to remove 2 more. Whatever. Yeah, now it's 332 and gone. Well, whatever. Okay, well, thanks for watching. This is the end of the replay. We spent a bunch of time.
Greetings, customer.
Right. My last thing is Brave New World, so that's gonna be. Well, next time I'm gonna play this game. Thanks for watching and goodbye.